This season, On Point Adventures is proud to be teamed up with Bone and Biscuit in Grand Prairie. For all of your dog's needs, visit Bone and Biscuit in the Westgate Plaza.
Welcome to this episode, and Beck and I are here in Kansas, and we're at the German Shorthaired Pointer Club of America's National Specialty Dog Show. So this is the equivalent to the Canadian National Specialty that we were at up in Longsall last August. I'm going to show you some highlights from here. Oh, you want to eat the mic, Beck? We're going to show you some highlights and some of the fun that goes on at a dog show. And we're going to talk to some experts that can give you a really good look at what happens at a dog show. As in Kansas, we hooked up with Pheasant Run Ranch for a hunt, and you can watch as Brady takes me out on my first turkey hunt.
Wake up, get the coffee on, get out of bed, bring the guns and dogs down the back road. This is On Point Adventures. Get the shotguns check, decoys check, dogs lined up.
So we're down here at the dog show. It is Thursday today, and we're just getting started and getting ready for futurity. I can't even say that right.
Yep.
And I'm standing here with Holly, and she's going to give us a basic rundown of exactly what we're looking for and what futurity is.
All right, futurity is basically a breeder's stake. It involves litters that are bred by breeders, and they nominate the entire litter at the time that they're whelped before they're 56 days old.
Right.
So we don't know much about them before
Right.
that time, babies. As you go along, there are forfeits to be paid. You pay the first forfeit and a determined amount of puppies that you want to keep nominated in the litter.
Right.
It can be the entire litter. It could be one. It just doesn't matter. On the second forfeit is a little more detailed, and you have to specifically say which puppy
Right.
you want to put.
So it's not
into
just
the
a number
futurity.
like before.
Nope.
Okay, now I'm looking at 3.
Yep.
But now when you do
Now-
that second, you're
yep.
like this
You're
one.
committed.
And okay.
Yep, you're committed to that individual dog per his AKC name.
Right.
Your final forfeit is your entry fee into the national futurity.
Which is awesome.
Yes,
So you
yes, and it's a money stake.
Right.
So the breeder and the owner receive proceeds.
Nice.
First through fourth in
Nice.
this event. Yes.
Nice. How many placements? So it's like a regular dog show usually has first, second, third, fourth. How many placements are we looking for?
There is four placements
Yep.
in each group, but the groups are not your normal age groups. We
Okay.
have junior, intermediate, and senior,
Oh, nice.
and it's based on their birthdays.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
So and we get this is where everybody gets a really good look at who's produced what and who's
Absolutely.
consistent, who's consistently producing, even down and down and down the line.
Absolutely, and it's
Nice.
also fun when you're looking at the catalog and the breeders, because you have a lot of litter mates in
Right.
the same class,
Yeah.
so you can see, how well your litter, your sire and your dam went together as far as comparison right here
Right.
in the ring as
Right.
everybody's moving.
That's awesome. Thank you
absolutely.
so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And let's check out and see how futurity goes for us.
That's right.
Sorry.
This is on point adventure. Wake up, get the coffee on, get out of bed, bring the guns and dogs down the back road. This is on point adventure.
All baby teeth. And then the dog. And prefer judging in such and such a place, don't you? And excuse me, what did you?
right. Well, I found myself a couple of innocent bystanders, and I thought we would take a minute and talk to them. They're actually friends of Tracy's, our handler. We're going to talk to Tracy in a little bit, but we thought we would. This was your guys' first dog show, hey?
First dog show.
Yes. So that's awesome. But so you came and you just came to visit Tracy for a little bit.
Yep.
And then and you sat through a few rounds. So give us the total. Never been to a dog show. What did you end up thinking?
Can't imagine that the dogs are running around in circles. Like, not a lot of them are really good. You know, I mean, I can't imagine if I was one that I would be that obedient squirrel. Yeah. You know, they like Tracy did an amazing job with the two dogs that she had, and you know, just perfect being able to get them to be calm. And man, mine probably be jumping all over me, like just being able to carry the liver in your mouth, like that's a no-brainer. Oh my gosh, that would be out the door. We'd have to go with cheese, not the liver thing. Yeah. So I give her kudos.
We were making jokes about the fact that the dog show's taken over this entire hotel virtually, and we were laughing and saying, what would you think if you were not a dog person at all and came to check in and found this going on?
Especially in the Hilton, I'd be checking out.
But it's pretty awesome that they've actually let us take over the whole hotel to do it.
I love it.
Like,
I was surprised that it was in the hotel here, and that's really awesome.
yeah. Yeah, we found it pretty
I think
awesome.
Their sales must have went down that they needed to bring in the doggy dog world.
Or something, or they're just absolutely open to saying sure.
So the thing that I was a little bit sad about was I kind of thought that they were going to do the full-on puppy class.
Baby
so,
puppies.
Yeah, so like what I'm thinking is like next year when they have the intermission time, they should do like Puppy Bowl.
So there, so sometimes actually there are baby puppy classes. Like our teeny friend Beck, who we've seen running around and who co-hosted with me the intro. He actually, they do a baby puppy class.
There were 3 of them.
For a couple months old, and they, you know, as long as the puppy's old enough to go, wait, what? And stop for a second.
Huh?
And they can have a look. Exactly. So what brings you guys through? Because we just stopped in, because you guys aren't from here either.
No, we're on our way, driving cross country, and we're stopping at different places and doing ministry and just sharing our love of the Lord with people.
Nice.
And IHOP is on the other side of Kansas City, and so we were kind of coming this way. Anyway.
Not the pancake place.
No, yeah, the International
Prayer.
House of Prayer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not the pancake place.
No.
I was like, oh, is that where it is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah. So
That's nice. How long are you guys doing that for?
all summer. We have a friend from Brazil who's with us, and we're
Nice.
showing her the United States.
That's fantastic. So this is only my second time in the States. We made sure we took the long way, so I could hit a couple different ones. So yeah, so that's awesome. So thank you guys so much for sitting with us and giving us your opinion on the dog show.
Well, it was
It's
awesome. It was
amazing.
a lot of fun, and
Yeah.
the dogs were all really super well behaved. Oh look!
And we think your dog.
And it's Beck's back.
Oh. Hi, buddy.
Oh, stealing my show, Beck. What am I gonna do? Okay, thanks, guys.
Yeah, that was awesome. Thank you. It was a lot of fun.
Hey, it's Sharon. We're down here in Kansas. I just picked up my turkey tags, and now we're on our way to Lebanon, Kansas at Pheasant Run Ranch to meet Brady and chill for the night, check out the view, and hopefully tomorrow hammer turkeys.
Hi, I'm Dave from Red Wing Shoes here in Grand Prairie, Alberta. When you're working hard, you need a good pair of boots that can keep up. Red Wing boots are handcrafted using only premium leather products to create the highest quality of boot possible. When you walk into our store, you will be greeted by our friendly staff who will help you find the perfect boot for your specific needs. When you're in Grand Prairie, Alberta, stop by our store and enjoy great customer service and high quality footwear.
Wake up, get the coffee on, get out of bed, bring the guns and dogs down a back road. This is On Point Adventure.
So we woke up bright and early, ready to go out. I was so excited. I wasn't nervous. I was just like, yeah, let's get this done. So we went out. We actually set up in a blind in a back corner of a field, shielded by the trees for the wind. So I was actually going to be able to use my bow and stuff. I wasn't worried about that. We got situated. We got set up, and Brady let out a few calls and stuff. And then he said, it's going to be 6:15 before we start hearing anybody. And it was pretty much exactly 6:15, and we heard our first gobbles off to our right. We knew that there was a flock across the road where we didn't have permission, so we were hoping to be able to coax them over or whatever. We sat, we waited, and then we were getting answers back on the calls. And there was a turkey close. So I got ready, we stood up, ditched my chair, got my arrow ready. I was excited. I mean, I was just like, yes. I wasn't jittery, but I was excited to get this done. I was even excited to see them close. Turkey came really close, still didn't see him, but you could hear him and he was talking back to us. And then he went quiet and we never saw or heard him again. So I'm not really sure what happened there, but we didn't get a chance on him at all. We did notice though, just across the field, which wasn't too far, there was a turkey coming out over there, but he had absolutely no interest in our calls or even looking our way. We speculated that he probably had hens in the trees. Just he had no reason to leave. So we waited a while. We heard a few more gobbles back at us and whatnot, but just nobody showed up. So Brady said, let's get in the truck and let's go find them. So it didn't take long. A quick drive, we jumped in the truck, packed up our stuff, jumped in the truck, took a drive basically around a corner, and we saw a good flock of them. So we had full permission on that field, so we parked around the backside so we could go down and come in through the trees on them. Took the shotgun this time because the wind was it was going to be way too much for my bow. So, and with a stock like this, we didn't really think, my chances were better with the gun. And I was ready to I was after a turkey. I didn't care how I got it. So we climbed across a little creek and then found him in the corner of the alfalfa there. And Brady says, "You ready to crawl?" And I'm like, "Ready to crawl, let's go." So we start crawling and he says, "Stay behind me, keep a low profile," because we're behind a fan. So we were crawling out. We had their attention, so they were looking right at us. So he's giving me instructions and he's laughing after about his bad instructions, but they were fine. I mean, I kept a low profile, trying to keep my gun to the side and not drag it through the dirt, and trying to see a little bit. And I could see two jakes standing off to the side. And then as if I looked over just a little, I could see a big tom fan, and I was like, yes, this is awesome. But I couldn't see much more. And Brady turned to me and he whispers and he says, "If those jakes get spooked," he says, "shoot them, because that's going to be our only chance." And I was like, not a problem. I'm not after a world record here. I just want a turkey. If it's got a beard, it's going to die, was my thought. And yet we got a little bit farther and a little bit farther. My knees were wet. I was hoping I was going to be able to get this shot. And then we noticed the jake started to turn and he's like, "Shoot him, shoot him, shoot him." So I took the shot that I could at that moment. Totally missed. Well, it scared one of them because he must have jumped about 4 feet off the ground, and I was like, "Ah!" And then he left. Thinking back on everything that happened, I chalked it up. I had a blast and I don't regret it, but I chalked it up to inexperience with the gun still. I mean, I could shoot geese and ducks all day apparently, but crawling on my belly. I didn't think to get to my knees even to take the shot. I mean, once your birds are busted, they're busted anyway, so I could have gotten to my knees. And then also, I had 3 shells in the gun. I could have continued firing. But inexperience, excitement in the moment, I'm totally okay with that. Blew that chance. But Brady knew where the birds were going next. So, like we've said before, we had 1 day hunt. We had horrible weather the day before. I mean, Brady said it was raining sideways where they were. We ended up with snow on the highway. I mean, it was yucky conditions, so the birds were a little bit out of sync. We only had till 4 o'clock actually to hunt, and then we had to get on our way to Lawrence, Kansas for the dog show. But we made one more effort after lunch, and we went down to another spot where he's got a deer feeder down there. Says the turkeys are in it a lot. So again, we set up the blind. I got my bow. We got set up, and we just kind of waited it out.
So this is our afternoon set. We sat in the blind this morning. Brady said we should probably be hearing gobbles of right about 6:15, and I'm pretty sure it was right at 6:15 that we did. We sat and waited, but then they got quiet and nobody decided to come and play. So then we decided to go driving around. We got a really cool stalk on a turkey actually, crawling through the alfalfa. Decided to bring the shotgun that time because the wind picked up and I just wasn't going to get a good shot with my bow. So decided on the gun because I want a turkey. So got a shot, but I totally missed. It was a prone position that was really hard for me to shoot from. So, but that was kind of fun. And then we went driving around, went back and had some lunch, and now we're going to sit in the blind again in different locations and see how that goes. 13. And this one over here is 21. So with archery, I find it really easy when you're actually sitting instead of stalking. Once you stalk to sit and just range a bunch of trees in the area, something that you can know so that you know approximately what your shooting distance is in case something comes in.
All right, that was a crazy, crazy week. I'm still tired. That was my biggest dog show I've ever been to. Met so many amazing people. Saw some very beautiful dogs and some cute little puppies. Again, I had a blast on my turkey hunt. Thanks for watching. And as always, you can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and of course the website. And we'll see you after our next adventure.
Wake up, get the coffee on, get out of bed, bring the guns and dogs down a back road. This is On Point Adventures. Get the shotguns check, decoys check, dogs lined up, put the ducks on the deck.